Hey there, Busy Bee here. Silksong is supposedly dropping this year, so I decided I wanted to replay Hollow Knight one more time before I sink 100 hours into the sequel. But playing the game normally is just too simple. Not easy, mind you, but simple. So I figured, you know what? I'm not gonna fight the bosses. I'm gonna have these little guys do it for me. So let's find out if we can beat Hollow Knight with only minions. The rules are simple. I can only kill bosses with minions. All charms can be used, but damaging bosses with said non-minion charms is not allowed, so no Sharp Shadow. And once we beat Radiance at the end, we win! But I will try to fight as many bosses as possible. With all that out of the way, let's begin! Starting out, and where do we get minions? Well, for you see, we need to find their charms, and they're spread out like so. So all over the place. Now, the reason in my rules I said no killing bosses is because I need to sneak past this lovely fellow to get the first spell in the game, to get past this armored bug, to even have a chance of making it to the first charm I need. Which, maybe you're wondering, why not go for the other two charms? Simple. They both require killing a boss via obtaining a spell, an item, or just upgrading after winning. So yeah, this is my only way to my knowledge. Anyway, we drop down the ledge, kill some enemies for Geo, this game's currency, and break this giant door which leads us to the town of Dirtmouth, our central hub. We can talk to this nice fellow and head down this well to the Forgotten Crossroads. Following the paths, we can run to this lovely fellow named Quirrell, who's rocking this cool mask on his head, which I wonder if that'll be important later. Anyway, we also meet Cornifer, who will sell us maps, which is nice, and the stag at the stag station. We gotta pay for him the first time, but he unlocks fast travel, which is really nice. So on to our first boss, the False Knight. He's immune to our hits until we're able to knock him down and smack him in the face, which is exactly what I'm trying to do, because after doing that once, this wall gets very weak, and we can break it to get the heck out of that fight, and meet the shaman lady who gives us this spell. Okay, so the reason we want this spell is to be able to do this. Cool, yeah? Well, we need it to take out these tanky enemies who are impeding our progression. There's no way forward to my knowledge without doing so. And after especially failing this jump, we make our way into Green Path, which has beautiful enemies like bushes that act like rhinos, exploding bushes, and... Silksong? Silksong? Get back here! Come on, please! I just want to play you! We'll deal with her later. At least we unlocked the stag. Also, back in Dirtmouth, I met Cornifer's wife, which is nice. We buy a quill from her, and now we can update our own maps. Nice! So, we make our way even further down the Green Path and find this new area, Fog Canyon, which I think my use of explosives is catching up to me, because there's jellyfishes that explode everywhere. Yeah, this area sucks. We make it to a new stag station, but no money. Damn. Also, so two of the paths I thought were passable are, not. Well, what about this one? Okay, not that one. What about killing myself? How about that? Sounds like a joke, but, well, you form a shade when you die, which you can interact with, but it's too far from the jump. Wait, what if my shade kills me higher up? Will that work? Nope. Crap baskets. Maybe I can get the sly? Nope. Boss right in the way. So, that's it, huh? Most skips are either task skips, which I can never ever do, so above my skill level that would probably take weeks to pull off, or it's patched out. So no, it's not possible to beat Hollow Knight with only minions, unless we look at the rules more carefully. The rules say we cannot kill a boss, but what if we don't kill one? What if the boss survives? Well, I say that's a loophole I'm going to exploit, because I tried everything else I could possibly think of. I'm sorry.
Get the...
Yeah, that's fair.
Garama!
So Hornet. She's able to dash around with her nail, throw it at us and have it come back like a boomerang, and do crazy stuff with her string, all while making interesting sounds.
Shaw! Hegale!
Okay. Anyway, we're able to beat her and she runs off.
Oh man, now we'll never know if she's beatable with minions. You totally blew it.
Yeah, man, I'm sorry. It's sad to say we'll never see her again. Anyway, we grab the ability to dash, which is what we need to What the heck was that? Anyway, we make our way to the Queen Station and do the jump I couldn't do before. And now we're in the fungal waste where... Oh, another dead end. But this time it's fine, because our goal is... Oh god, no, leave me alone! Ah! Ooh, Charm Notch. These increase the amount of charms we can have equipped. Anyway, our goal is to make it to the Mantis Village, which is very possible now, and obtain the ability to wall jump. Which, well, I swear I've put hundreds of hours into this game. I'ma just save Bretta real quick and...
You're a loser, Skeletor.
Getting out of the Mantis Village, we go back to that wall we couldn't pass before and just jump right up it. And on the way, we grab a charm and a free grub. I'll explain those later. Just know I need to find 10 of them. And after getting past this secret wall, we finally end up where we need to be. But that's what's over here. Forget that happened. Because we now fall into my own personal hell. Deep Nest. It's dark, cramped, and full of death traps. And I'm scared of the dark.
Aren't you part of a paranormal group?
Yeah, who said I'm not terrified the entire time? This place sucks, but eventually we fall down to this oasis, which means we're very close to our goal. Something that does suck for real is having to navigate this place without the lantern, because it's blocked behind that boss I showed you guys before. So, yeah. After hours and hours of failing, I said fuck that and went up the bit to find me the tram pass to get me the hell out of here. I'll be back soon, but I need light. Alright, we traverse this death trap of a broken elevator and make it to the City of Tears. I love this place normally, but I'm getting out of here as fast as possible. Oh good, a bench. 300 Geo! Ah, man, it's fine. We make our way up and up and up to this elevator that's working and end up at... Huh, why can't I move forward? The Dreamers, huh? Guess those are who I need to deal with. Wait, I know who they are. It's... Where am I? Hello? Oh, hi, can you tell me what's going on? Oh, okay, bye. There you are. Seems I've been trapped and this moth is helping me escape. We now obtain the Dream Nail from her, which lets us collect dream essence to unlock things down the line. How does this help us get a lantern? It doesn't! But I need to come here anyway, and it's on the way to the lantern, so... Well, let's talk about the Dream Shield. Does that count as a minion? I'm gonna say no for this run, because unlike the other ones we get, it's not alive, it's just a floating shield. Alright, anyway. We actually head across the Blue Lake to end up in an area across from the boss we couldn't get past before. And we find this little guy. His name is Sly, and he's our ticket to get our first minion. Oh, hello. Hey, she made it. Alright, Sly. How much for 1,800 Geo? Oh my god! Wait a minute. While doing that, let me go make progress towards the final minion we'll fully obtain. So we make our way up the cliff in Dirtmouth and race our way back from spawn. And look, a secret area to climb, which brings us to the Howling Cliffs. And inside the Howling Cliffs is this dead bug who lights up this little cage that, when whacked a ton, lights these flames. Ooh. No, but for real, back in Dirtmouth, this circus tent pops up. And the myth, the legend, the GOAT, Grim appears and tasks us with feeding his child fire. So we have our first minion. Great! But, it can't attack. At all. We need to fight what's essentially mini-bosses to get them all big and strong to fight. So, for now, he's just gonna chill with us while we continue the grind. Be right back. Alright, finally I get enough Geo to afford the lantern. Back to hell we go, yay! Well hey, at least we can see now and not get reset to the start of the room anytime we take damage. And now, we enter the Weaver's Den, and in it, our prize, Weaver's Song. With this, we can get the fuck out of here and go, 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 go! Now, we can equip it and summon little spiders to fight for us. Nice. Safe to say, I can't use my nail anymore to attack, but I want more. We have the lantern now, which means we can enter Crystal Peak and get the Crystal Dash ability. But, oh, hello there. Spiders, that's rude. Why would you attack a sleepy guy like that? Oh wait, that was a boss? Well, there we go. First boss down. Wonder where he's going. Anyway, we made it to the Crystal Heart, and now we can Crystal Dash. Nice. Time to go back to the crossroads, and on the way, we run to one of those mini Grim bosses. It takes forever to take him out with the spiders since it's in the air, but eventually, it's done. I'll take out the other two on the way to our next minion. Which, speaking of minions, I give Sly his shop key and buy Sprint Master, which upgrades our spiders to move a lot faster. So that'll help. So let's get another minion too, yeah? We Crystal Dash through these spikes and enter what looks like an infected area. Gross. Oh, shoot. Anyway, we now have Glowing Womb. Yay! We have access to all three of our minions. 3 spiders who attack things from the ground, a Grim that's currently doing absolutely nothing, and now, as you see, little flies who pop out and kill enemies, but take souls to summon them, unlike the rest of the guys. Anyway, now we've beaten 3 mini-bosses, we upgrade our little Grim, and now we can attack. So you know what that means. It's boss rush time! False Knight is no issue. He slams the ground to hit us, jumps around a bit, and does stronger slams to make shockwaves. We can't actually damage him until he's knocked over to expose his cute little face. Do that 3 times, and he breaks the floor beneath him, sealing his fate. Grub Mother is apparently cheesable, but I brought the flies with me, so she woke up. She charges at ya and can... Oh wait, no, she's already dead. Well. Brooding Moloch is very simple. It shoots infected gunk at us, can slash us, and jump on us. It's as simple as pay attention and jump dash when it shoots the gunk, and it's all over. Massive Moss Charger has 2 attacks, charge and jump. I suck at avoiding both, but luckily I can just get to this corner and jump above to avoid the charge and dash to the left to avoid the jump. It's over pretty quickly, honestly. Mantis Lords are very fun. It starts with one of them teleporting and lunging at me from above or the side, as well as launching Destructo Discs at me. Once the one goes down, it's 2 of them at the same time, and the fight gets a lot harder to dodge, but at the same time, more opportunities to heal. Great fight! And now all the mantises respect me. Well, all but one, but we'll get to that much later. But hey, that's all the bosses for now, so let's get some movement upgrades. Making our way to Ancient Basin, we're able to move around it pretty freely thanks to the wall jump and Crystal Dash. There's these really annoying enemies to get past, so ugh. But at the end is the next boss, Broken Vessel. He's just like me for real. He dashes, jumps around, and shoots infected blobs every way. Oh wait, he summons minions to help him fight. That's exactly like us. He's not easy to dodge, sadly. I'm so used to having the Shade Cloak that he's kicking my butt. Oh well, we eventually take him down, with it not even being close, and obtain the double jump. Oh yeah, we got access to a lot more stuff now. But first, I think our little friend deserves an upgrade. On the way to the upgrade, we find a hive! Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy! Whoa, a hive mother, cool! Ow, stop wombo comboing me! Whoa, that's such a cool stinger, ow! This place rocks. I'm gonna go meet the queen. Hello, my queen. How are... Oh, fine, I'll be back. Yeah, not messing around with that BS until I have the Shade Cloak. So, guess we need the power up to go get it. First is dealing with those little Grim mini bosses, and then, well, he's taken from us. And we have to fight Grim. Grim is really tricky. He lunges at us, launches into the air to shoot fire, shoots fire bats at us, as well as makes spikes fly out of the ground and become a pufferfish. What the heck? I thought you were a bat. He's really hard to deal with and I die a lot. So I come back a bit more prepared and well, with an extra charm notch, I was able to use this little fly guys, and that increases my damage by a ton. And because of that, we won! Great fight, glad I never have to do that again. Anyway, look at our little guy. Aw, he's red now. And apparently can be upgraded one more time, but I'll deal with that later. Ooh, a charm notch. Let's get some more upgrades. First off, the sewers. This place is gross, like, ew. Ew, get the heck away from me. What the heck is that? Oh my god! That's a lot of poop. Wait, what's that sound? It's getting louder and louder. What? Oh. Dung Defender's genuinely the funnest fight in this game. Not necessarily hard, mind you, but like, he's throwing balls of shit that you could normally bounce back at him, as well as turning himself to a giant basketball you can kinda juggle. It's just so much fun. Anyway, bye, thanks for the Defender's Crest. I'll show off what it does later. Let me just hit this lever, crystal dash through these spikes, nearly die to these knights, oh my god. And now we have Isma's Tear and the ability to swim in acid. Nice. Now, let's get the hell out of these disgusting sewers. Only for now, though, because now it's time to deal with the heights of the city and the Master of the Soul, Soul Master. He used to be the bane of my existence, with teleporting shockwave slams and his projectiles flying all over the place. But he's gotten a lot easier over time, and hell, we beat him going into the fight with half health. Thank goodness that's over. Hey! Oh crap, that was a bad mistake. Thankfully, we recover and we win in the end, unlocking the Desolate Dive, which lets us dive through breakable terrain. Nice. But what's not nice is back in the sewers to fight a MILF. I take it back, I take it back! So, somehow, this is the hardest boss I've fought so far, and I'm gonna have to come back when I have more health. Yay, going back up. We can unlock this room with a key we got from Sly, and I don't know why the game doesn't give him a title card, but make no mistake, he is a boss. Soul Warrior is weirdly more annoying than Soul Master. He teleports and attacks a lot more often, and his little soul summons are just irritating. Oh well, he goes down all the same, yet it was pretty close. Oh well, I'm gonna explore around for those things we missed and... Oh hey, it's you! And you're awake! Oh, okay fine, I see how it is. Enraged Guardian. Man, he hits hard. 2 masks per hit, and no time to heal. We gotta play it extra safe dodging. Doesn't help that he fakes us out with his lasers. Well, after a couple fails, we beat him. Not even close, right? Anyway, I'm out of places to explore for now, so I head to the Kingdom's Edge and... Hornet? Get back here! She wants me to prove myself. Fine, I'll prove I'm ready for Silk Song. So Hornet has the same moves as before, but much faster, what makes her more difficult to dodge. But she spices it up by planting these spike traps everywhere on the wall. And I'm not allowed to hit them with my nail, because one of my minions can hit them. Not the flies, though. She was really difficult, but I was able to clutch it out at the end. I'm told to take responsibility for this kingdom's past, though. What does that mean? Well, I head inside this giant worm, and I'm marked with the crest of the king. I guess I'm the king now. It says all doors are open to me. I remember a door down in the ancient basin that wouldn't open, so wonder if I can go in now. It opened, but wow, is this a deep drop. The abyss. Why is there so many carcasses? It's really dark here. Whoa, what the heck is that? Are those me? Get away! Holy crap, they hit hard. And here where it's safe, there's a switch to hit, and now the way is lit. Huh. I drop into this pool of liquid and, I can dash through objects now? What is going on? Hornet's encouraging me to find the dreamers and end their reign, but I'll tell you what's really going on. Revenge time. Let's go, you Hive Knight bastard. Hey, look, he still sucks. So he's able to teleport around and dash into me. Seems like every boss can do that lately. But he can summon bees and have these spike hives appear to sting us. Oh my god, please, please, please let that count. Yes! Oh, thank god, I was getting so tired of this fight. Go back to Dreamland, you and your false queen. I'm taking your hive blood. It'll be useful later. Let's take down another lord while we're at it. Specifically, one of the Mantis Lords gone rogue. This boss is a test to see how good you are at dodging through enemies, because if you don't, it'll hit us for 2 masks. Moves very similarly to normal Mantis Lords, but without the teleporting, and now being able to launch shockwaves with sheer power. Bro's crazy, but we do take him down, and this lady in white gives us a white fragment. Huh. Okay. Now, it's time to confront our inner demons and face our fear of the dark. And ourselves, apparently. Ew! Ew! Stop that! What the fuck? Nosk is just scary. He runs around screaming at us while shooting blobs of corruption at us. He's not hard. In fact, these corners, you're safe from him as long as you're not on the same level as him. So after a little bit of time, he goes down. Y'all ready for a minion battle? Busy Bee lore time. Back when I first played this, I was on the couch at 3 a.m. and had just gotten the love key. Now, maybe behind the love door was some kind of curvy bugs or something sexy, I wasn't sure. But I didn't expect there to be jump scared by this screaming, jumping, crazy thing that threw pots down from the sky and attacked me with minions. Yeah, Collector is actually really frustrating for this run, because normally I could just one-tap the bugs with my nail, but I can't do that this time. He's genuinely chaotic in the same way Flukemarm is, but after several attempts, we take him down. Creepy bastard. Speaking of Flukemarm, it's revenge time. So, she's still hell on earth. Okay. Time for plan B, to the arena. This is a place where you fight for glory, geo, and prizes like charm notches, which is why I'm here. You tend to mostly fight basic enemies, some unique to the arena, others not, and the arena changes as you go. 1 second you're on the floor, another you're dangling over spikes while dodging projectiles. It's fun, but also tedious. We get far into the first arena, and we get to fight a boss we missed before, cause, yeah. Vengefly King is the most simple boss in the game. Usually you just jump over him and hit him in the back, but this time, we just keep jumping over him until he goes down. Simple stuff. At the end of the arena, there's a fight with 2 Gruzmothers, which is cool, and you can see her do the Super Slam attack. But just like the original, not my problem. And we win the first arena. Woo! But there's 2 more to conquer, and I'll only go over the interesting parts. Like the new charm I'm using. It makes me stinky and anything that comes towards me gets hurt. But the reason I'm using it is because it makes her little flies explode in the nauseous gas, which does more damage to the enemy, if they stay in it. Now, I can see this being controversial, because I'm doing non-minion damage, but like, if my smell is so bad enemies die from it, I don't think there's anything I could do about it. Plus, it's an upgrade to my minion, so, eh. Anyway, we keep up the good fight until the Oblobbles, which are basically bullet hell the boss. And when you take one down, the other one enrages and starts firing rapidly. And if we lose, which I did, we gotta start over. Well, second attempt getting there, I'm able to finish off the second Oblobble and finish the fight. Now for the hard part. The Trial of the Fool is a nightmare under normal situations. Chaotic enemy combos, the walls and spikes making it feel extremely claustrophobic, and just, man, this is gonna take a while. And I hear you, person who has never played or beaten the Colosseum. Why am I doing this? Because there's a boss at the end who is exclusive to the Colosseum. And don't say the DLC, we will get to that. And the third round of the Colosseum, cause I hate this, I'm gonna go grind Flukemarm again, which, yeah, it's really hard. Oh, please let that count, just like Hive Knight? Yeah, just like Hive Knight, let's go. With everything besides the arena out of the way, let's go tackle the Dreamers, which the first one is in the Deep Nest. Aw, man. Hey, I found the Grim guy, which means I got all 3 flames. Cool, I'll deal with that after the Dreamers. And look, some friendly people. Finally, I'm just gonna rest here and, guys, a little help? Guys? Oh, well, this is my life now. Nah, just kidding. But now we are in the Beast Den, which sucks. Yeah, good old Deep Nest. We're looking around for the Dreamers here, and oh, there she is. Let me just dream nail her, and bing bang boom, she's dead. Oh, hey Hornet, what? Oh, that was your mom? Oh, sorry, okay, bye. Next on the agenda is the one found in the Fog Canyon in this fancy library. Oh, hey Quirrell, you hunting the Dreamers too? Anyway, into the archives where the next boss is. Ooh woo! So this boss is immune to damage until Quirrell, our boy, hits it, which this is gonna take forever. Yep, forever. After like 20 minutes of a fight, yes really, Uwu goes down and we can deal with the, what's happening? Oh, Quirrell gives the mask back to the Dreamer so I can finish her off. Thanks buddy, I'ma miss ya. On to the final Dreamer, which is high up in the city. Huh, wonder what this does.
Huh?
Anyway, time to fight the Dreamer's Guardians, the Watcher Knights. They roll around, bounce around, and that's about it. Since we have the Shade Cloak, we just go straight through them, no problem. Super easy fight. And with that, we have defeated all the Dreamers and can now beat the game. Except, we have more to do for the true ending. Y'all ready for the final boss rush?
Teresa!
Zero is simple. He just throws spikes at the ground and they boomerang back up at us. Halfway into the fight, he gets 2 more spikes that don't make a damn difference. It's an easy fight. Gorp! The Almighty launches needles at us and it's a little hard to dodge, especially since it launches into 3s, but it's quickly dealt with. No Eyes is creepy as hell and nearly kicks my ass with its teleporting spam and ghost things flying out of the wall. Ugh. SpongeBob throws his Krabby Patties onto the floor at Mach 5, and it takes a bit to get used to, but other than that, easy fight. Galleon is spoiled to win! Marmot, you normally treat like a paddle ball, but you're the paddle. I thought I was screwed, but it got thankfully knocked back and I survived, dear lord. Markov, normally the bane of my playthroughs with his stupid shield and nail throwing. But this time, he wasn't so bad, so that's nice. Time for the refights! Failed Champion hits like a truck and is much faster than before. But we have a lot more movement options, so it takes longer than before. But he does go down. White Defender is similar to Dung Defender, but he can do shockwaves that demand the Shadow Dash to get through. He's tricky, but so much fun. Another one down. Soul Tyrant is so damn healthy that it takes 15 minutes just to get to phase 2. Nothing really new beyond it being faster. Same with the final boss of the rush, Lost Kin. Now I'm stinky because I don't want to deal with the ghost attacking me, which means my DPS is down against Lost Kin because he moves so much and so fast. And I really miss Sharp Shadow, but I digress, the boss is defeated. And with that, all of the dream bosses are defeated, but what is a dream to a nightmare? What do I even need to say for this behemoth of a boss? 2 masks per hit, much faster than before, fire effects from its aerial dash, pillars being shot from the ground, pufferfish! I don't know if you noticed, but we don't have our Grim, making this fight even harder than normal, and normally this fight's ridiculous! The only thing we have going for us is the Shade Cloak, making one of his moves easier to deal with. But he'll also step back if I use it too early. This fight is a massive trial of perfection because I rarely have time to heal because he attacks so often and fast. But with perseverance and hating my existence, I finally take him down. Meaning there is only one more challenge before the final boss of this game, the arena. Or I would, but my footage got corrupted, so... God Tamer is very simple. If anything, he's made for this run. I just gotta dodge through his rolls and not much else. Super easy fight. And now, to unlock the true ending, I need to dream nail this knight, beat him, and traverse the White Palace to obtain the second half of the White Mask. Which normally sucks, but I don't need to use my minions for this challenge run. It's just platforming hell. And with this, we descend into the abyss, where a new path opens. We follow it and find out what truly happened to this world. And now, it's time. We enter the giant egg, sit at the bench, and we find the Hollow Knight. He's normally pretty easy, but without the ability to blitz him down, he shockingly becomes a problem. He dashes, slashes, and jumps around, and eventually starts slamming to the ground with infection and shooting it out of himself. Also, he's trying to kill himself. That's dark. Halfway through the fight, Hornet steps in and we dream nail the night, bring us face to face with the source of all these problems, the Radiance. She seems simple on the surface. Highly telegraphed spikes, lasers, and balls. But don't let that fool you, because she does 2 masks a hit, and she doesn't give much time to recover. Eventually, we get her low enough that she starts spamming the spikes until she falls to the ground, the Abyss trying to reclaim her. Yet she breaks away and continues her BS on different platforms before...
That's it! I'm getting me mallet!
You're going down! I'm sad to say the minions can't land the final hit, but hey, let's help out for once. The Hollow Knight assists me in taking the bastard down. With many, many hits, it's over. Can we beat Hollow Knight with only minions? If someone can find a way past needing the dash, absolutely. But besides that, I would call this a success.
But I'm not done yet!
Welcome to Godhome, where we can fight the bosses in a gauntlet. And as you might have noticed when I recorded God Tamer, I did that fight here. Why do I bring this up? There's some exclusive bosses here that I want to tackle before calling this video a wraps. So here we go, the actual final boss rush. Invincible, fearless, sensual, mysterious, enchanting, vigorous, diligent, overwhelming, gorgeous, passionate, terrifying, beautiful, powerful, Grey Prince Zote can go to hell for all I care. I don't like this fight normally. His attack patterns always seem to get me no matter what I do. And then he summons minions. Why does this bitch need minions? I feel kind of insulted that the guy who stole my identity has minions. Ugh, it takes a while, but he goes down. Screw you, Zote. Sister of Battle are just normal Mantis Lords at first, but once you take one out, all 3 of them fight you, and they're fast. As in, you have no room to breathe fast. They're so high energy and I love them, but unfortunately, if you knock one out, then it slows down to the normal Mantis fight. Dang. Winged Nosk is, well, Nosk wings. Similar moves as before, but instead of jumping, it can summon little ghosts. I don't know why, but it can now. Also, it killed Silksong. Damn it, I knew we weren't gonna get it this year. Man. Goro is a simple fight. He slashes around and charges up for a running slash, but once he goes down, his brother steps in, the real fight begins. They both can attack in tandem, and Mado can do a spin attack and become a helicopter. Fun fight. Shia was very different from his brothers and can attack us with different points. But I'd argue he's also a lot easier than his brother because of that. So, you know, he's still fun, but whatever. That's right, we're fighting the Shopkeep. Who was the trainer the last 2 we fought, weirdly enough. Wow. And apparently he's Yoda because he's jumping all over the place with that giant nail. From massive spin attacks to big slashes and dashes, he's not to be messed with. And in his second phase, he goes balls to the walls, bouncing all over the place. Yikes. Now for the final fight, Pure Vessel. It's never gonna happen. Same with Absolute Radiance. Look, I've never been able to beat these guys normally. Heck, I've never even seen Absolute Radiance outside of like a Rusty video. So, yes, to compensate, I'm gonna go through a different level of hell while I give my thoughts on the run. Bet you didn't know this existed. Anyway, this run was, well, both easier and hard as expected. When a fight was easy, it was complete cake. But then there's those bosses that really rely on being blitzed down or nail pogoing off them mid-attack to dodge it properly. And then there's Uwu and NKG. So much pain. I'll say this with confidence. If minions exist in Silksong, whenever it drops, I'll 1000% do a run with them as well. Which will probably be hell on earth, because I don't have 100+ hours of experience, unlike this game. But you know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought down below, and recommend me some challenges if you have any. Like, comment, subscribe, because this has been Busy Bee. Peace!